Hi friends, welcome back to the channel. My name is Precious and this is Precious Budgets. All right guys, so today we are gonna work on my weekly budget, and I broke down all my finances and my paychecks and everything. I put them all together. I made my binders for my monthly bills. I am going to be using the digital method, but with prop money so that I can have something tactile that I can feel and actually trick my brain into stuffing these envelopes. I'm still using real cash to do most of my savings challenges, but for my main bills, since most of those are automatically deducted from my checking account, we're going to use prop money. And this is going to be an experiment to see how it goes. But like I said, for the most part, I will be still stuffing my savings challenges, my books and bevs with real cash. And we're also going to be doing some tinies for December as well. To get started, I wanted to go ahead and show you guys, this is the binder that I put together for my monthly bills. As you can see, mortgage is on top. So I organize these from what has to be, or what's the largest amount that has to be stuffed in the front, and then it goes from largest to smallest. Now, for the sake of simplicity, what I did is, I will show you guys, what I did was I decided which envelopes I'm going to stuff for the month. So in my certain scenario, I have money in the bank. I have a buffer in the bank. And that is so that I don't like go negative, but also I think of it as kind of like a little bit of a savings too, but it stays in my checking account. That money is going to be prop money as well, but that money I am going to use towards the scratching challenges. So I think that'll be kind of fun. I guess we'll just go ahead and get into it. So as you can see, here are my main bills. I have my mortgage, I have a personal loan, I have medical payments, I have my health insurance. This is another health payment that I have to make. I have so many freaking bills for health. It's ridiculous. This year has been just crazy with my expenses for my medical. My car loan, student loan, utilities, how much I have to pay for my pet food and everything, my internet costs. I also have a yearly to Walt Disney World, a yearly pass, and hopefully I'll be paying this off soon. Actually, that reminds me, because I was going to go on BJ's. They sell their Disney gift cards at a discounted rate, and I hope it's still available because I like to use those Disney gift cards to pay off the rest of my annual pass for the year. All right, so I got to do that. The few subscriptions that I do have, and my life insurance. And then I divided this because those are the things that have to be paid every single month. They always get deducted from my checking account. Now, these are going to be expenses that I'm going to be paying or stuffing when I have extra money. I pay my car insurance every 6 months. Yes, I know if I'm not stuffing this, I'm not going to have the money in 6 months, and it just has to go on the credit card. That's just the plain simple fact. So the goal is to have enough money, hopefully with this method, that I can stuff these options and be better off, right? So I have my car insurance, expenses for my home. I have to pay my HOA dues next month, so that goes in this category. I have a HELOC. I have my pest control services I pay on a yearly basis now. My dental is, I have a dental subscription thing that, well, it's not a subscription. It's a it's like their plan that the dentist office, because I don't have dental insurance, but my dental office offers their own like in-house plan. So that gets paid once a year. And then plus that needs to be stuffed extra for any like dental work. Pet care is vaccinations. I just spent almost $400 on vaccinations for my dogs. Oh gosh. And that was one of those vaccine clinics too. So yeah. As of right now, I pay my cell phone yearly. Mint Mobile is the service I use. It's great. I love it. I haven't had any issues. And it's like half the cost of regular cell phone service. So I do that. I did, order their internet, but I'm quickly finding out that it's not going to support my needs. So I don't think that the low cost internet's going to work for me. So unfortunately, I'll have to continue paying the price that I've been paying for internet. And then car maintenance, cars, they have a life expectancy and they have to be maintained. So that's that. Clothing, I don't do a lot of clothing shopping, so I'm not too concerned about that. Beauty, there's only a few things I buy for this, but then I have like my staples, right? And then my vacation all the way in the back. So it gets the leftovers for the next few years so I can get on track again. Got way off track, but I did have fun. I had my 2 cruises in the past year, and that was great. This December of last year, I went on a cruise for my birthday. It was my very first one, and it was a lot of fun. I really, really liked it. So, yeah. All right. Now, that covers these. I'm not going to clip that because we're going to have to open that again in a minute. I am going to go through... I will go ahead and preface everyone, I am not low budget, or low income. Technically I'm not low income. I make a decent salary, but I definitely live above my means, and, it's gotten out of control. So hence I need to get back on track. And I did put together a budget worksheet. This is from Hey K Budgets. I just got paid on Friday. I get paid every Friday with my main job. And then I have a part-time job I do twice a month. I get paid once every 2 weeks on Wednesdays for that job. So I have, actually the month of December, I get paid 3 times because there's 3 there's an extra pay period in December for my part-time job. So I get 3 paychecks in December for that job. And then for December, I get 4 paychecks for my main job. And then technically, my last paycheck, which I just got on the 28th of November, it's going towards my expenses, obviously, for December. So that is going to be counted. So it's going to kind of be like a week ahead, I guess. But yeah, so I broke down my costs, and my main paycheck this week is, what I got paid on Friday was, $1,195. I am using prop money, so I have already taken out the prop money for that. Plus, in the bank, I have a bank buffer of $552. So that is in here as well. So that means, let me get my calculator. That means $1,195 plus $752 is $1,947 in the bank as of Friday. And then now I'm going to decide these, I've already broke it down. I went ahead and did that because I swear I did this thing probably about like 4 different times. I kept like trying to figure out the best way to do this. And I think this way works the best for me. I'm going to pay all of the smaller amounts towards the binder at the beginning of the month to get those out of the way. And then I'm going to work on my big bills. And then whatever left, I will put into my variable expenses down here. like grocery spending, gas, dining out, miscellaneous, stuff like that. The only thing I'm not counting in here is my credit card payment, which that will drastically affect things. So I'm still trying to figure out the best way to incorporate that into here. And I just have the one credit card right now. So that means, and actually just to preface, my sinking funds, these amounts actually get paid by my credit card on a monthly basis. I have those on auto debit, and they, when I make my credit card payment, it's paying for these as well. But then I'm using my credit card to like swipe for like other things, and that's the part I really got to get under control. All right, so we have the $752. So it was $11.95 plus $752 buffer. I have $1,947 in here. I'm not going to count it. I already counted it twice to make sure it was the right amount. But what I am going to do is I'm going to take out the $752. So 5, 6, 7, and 50. I'm going to grab a 50, 50. And then $2. And this buffer, I'm going to use that for my scratch games. So that will be on another day. We'll do that because today is just my budgeting. And I will be updating this about once a week. All right. So that means I need to stuff $1,995 right here. And I'm going to start off in the back of the binder. All right, so that is going to be back here because I'm going to do these guys first. My life insurance is going to get $29. Probably would be a good idea to separate all this. I think that will be easier. So those are the hundreds and the 50s and the 20s and 10s, 5s, and 1s. Okay, we'll just do that for now. So I need 29. 1, 2, 3, 4. So at the end of the month, I will be unstuffing these to restuff them again, and then we can see what's left over. Okay, so then subscriptions is next. That gets 31, so 20. I tell you, every single time I start filming, one of two things happens. My cat either jumps up here and says hi, or my dogs go and eat their food, even though it's been sitting there for the past 3 hours. This is when they decide to go eat. All right, so 31 into subscriptions. This is a few different subscriptions that I have, like my Amazon Prime and a couple other things. All right, the next is my Disney annual pass. That is $36. I get the cheapest one nowadays. I don't want to renew next year, so we'll see what happens. So 20, I need a 10, 5, that feels, yep, that was stuck, okay, and then a 1. Yeah, these are so new, this prop money, that everything's sticking together. So hopefully I didn't miscount. Okay, so then my internet is 66. This amount's going to change, actually, because I had to upgrade it. Not only did I not get to pay the lesser one, but I had to upgrade it. So it's going to be like adding $10 to this. So 50, 65, $1,266. One other thing, I went ahead and I rounded down. Obviously I'm not using quarters, pennies, dimes, change. I'm not using change. So all of these amounts were either my paycheck was rounded down and the bills, the change amounts were rounded up to the whole dollar. All right, so pets gets $193. This is all their food and such. $150, $70, $90, and then $3. 1, 2. God, these are so sticky. 3. Okay. And then the next one is utilities, $154. Grab one of these. $150. Like I said, I'm giving this a shot so I don't have to keep going back and forth with the bank, and I am hopeful that this will be sufficient. Okay, so there we go. So 153. Oh, no, 154. That was 154, right? Let me just double check that. 1, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. Okay. I love all these cute stickers I got. All right. So that was a total of $509 for those. This is going to be done, complete for the month. Now I'm working on my mortgage, so we can flip up to the front. The rest of the paycheck, so $1,195 minus the $509 total that I just stuffed is $686 is left. My mortgage is $1,800, so that is obviously not enough. But the rest of that $686 is going to go into my mortgage, and then I will stuff the rest of it with next paycheck. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. 600, 650, 670, 680, 586. Perfect. Okay. There we go. So that is all of my bills and sinking funds in there. That means this is complete. I stuffed my utilities, my pets, food and such, internet, my Disney's annual pass, my subscriptions, my life insurance, and $686 went towards my mortgage payment. And then I took the $752 out, which I will be using to do my scratchy cards, which that'll be so much fun. I cannot wait to do that. And then the rest of these will continue to be stuffed throughout the month with my next paycheck. So the next paycheck I am expecting will be on Wednesday. This will be for my part-time job. I don't have a set amount that I make from that job because it's commission based. Typically I make about $150. So since this amount that I make on Wednesdays in my part-time job is a variable amount, I decided I am going to stuff that into my variable expenses. Now, I actually like the idea of withdrawing this specific amount from the bank and using that to stuff these expenses. So I may start off doing that and we'll see how it goes. I just don't do a lot of like in-person shopping. A lot of it's still, I just buy things online, like even groceries sometimes. So I don't know if it's better for me to keep it digital, but we'll see. This is an experiment to see how this goes. I did base this cash envelope stuffing method off of the Dave Ramsey budgeting method, and I want to say it's been over 10 years that I first was introduced to this type of budgeting. And when I started it, let me tell you, I was strict with myself, and I did the cash budgeting method with the envelopes. I mean, back then we didn't do a lot of things digitally over 10 years ago. So now it's a lot different, but I went to the bank, I withdrew all my cash, I stuffed my envelopes, and when my envelope ran out, that was it. Like, I was done for the month. So I didn't really use a lot of credit cards back then. But I saved enough money to like get by. Like, it was great. And now with the credit card, it's just so easy to swipe it and just go about your day. Like, the money's not building up, or the debt's not building up. And so, all right, so I'm just rambling now. But anyways, I know this method works, but like I said, it worked for me using actual cash, and this time I'm using prop cash. So we'll see. I just have to stay on top of it. But anyways, that is all I wanted to talk about today. This will be the next one that I stuff. That will be coming Wednesday when I know how much it is. But I did budget for $150. That will go into my groceries. These are all paid, so I'm gonna go ahead and check this off because this is already paid for. Oops, I turned it off. This is already paid for. Yeah, so yep, so that is, you're gonna have to kind of ignore these, and then we'll be stuffing for my my cash envelope, my variable expenses. Okay. All right, I hope that wasn't too much information. It was a little much. But budgeting is never an easy process. It can be complicated, and it can be really easy. It just kind of takes practice sometimes. So, and there goes my cat. I told you. They love it. All right, guys, I will see you all in my next video with my books and bevs, which will be coming out on Monday. All right, bye. Oh, and by the way, I hope you guys had a great Thanksgiving, and I hope you're enjoying your time with your family. But anyways, bye.